Welcome back, my students of the second preparatory. Today we are going to discuss Unit 1 of the first semester. Let's start. Today we are going to discuss Unit 1 under the title Coming Home. Let's start. Let's start with the reading text of the lesson 1 and 2. Lesson 1. I'm Mariam. My daily routine is the same every school day. I always get up at 6:30 in the morning. My mom always makes my breakfast. I go to school by bus with my friend Dina. Sometimes we listen to music. My parents work at the hospital. They get home late, so I often help to make dinner. In the evening, I do my homework, read on the sofa, watch TV, and text my friends. Then I go to bed. Let's move to the new vocab of the lesson 1 and 2. Daily routine, school day, make breakfast, get home, read on the sofa, text my friends. Now let's introduce the grammar of lesson 1 and 2, which consists of present simple tense. Present simple tense consists of positive and negative question form. Let's start with the positive form. When we have the pronoun, a singular pronoun like he, she, or it, we add s or es or ies to the verb. And when we have a plural pronoun, we never add anything to the verb. For example, I work, you work, he works. Here we add s because we have a singular pronoun which is he. She works, it works, we work, they work. To form a negative form, we use for the singular pronouns doesn't and for the plural pronouns don't. For example, I don't work, you don't work. He doesn't work. Doesn't because we have the singular pronoun he. She doesn't work, it doesn't work. We don't work, they don't work. To make a question, we begin with do or does at the beginning, followed by the subject and then the verb. We can answer this question by using yes or no. For example, do you work? Yes, I do, or no, I don't. Another example, does she work? Yes, she does, or no, she doesn't. To form a WH question in the present simple, first we use WH word, for example, who, what, when, where, etc. Followed by do or does, followed by the subject, and then the infinitive. For example, what do you live? دي اتلخبطت فيها. هعيدها من الأول تاني. Where do you live? For example, where do you live? Adverbs of frequency: always, usually, generally, often, sometimes, occasionally, seldom, rarely, never. For example, how often do you walk to school? I never walk to school. Read and correct the underlined words. Let's check up our understand, my students. What does you do to have fun? Does here is false, so we replace it with do. I play sometimes football at the weekend. We always use adverbs of frequency before the verb and after verb to be. So play sometimes is false. The true is sometimes play. What time do your first lesson start this morning? Do here is false, so we replace it with does. Does he like kushari? Yes, he is. Is here is false, and we replace it with does. What exercises do you doing every week? Doing should be replaced by do. Now let's introduce our reading text of lessons 3 and 4. Lives around the world. Tell us about your life. What are your hobbies and interests? What is a typical day in your life? What job do you want to do one day? My name is Shahana. I am from India. I live in a village with my parents, my brother and my sister. I share a room with my sister. We all get up early. This is an outside tap at the end of the street where we live. My mom gets water from the tap every morning. Then we all have breakfast. We have bread with a cup of tea. My dad works in a shop. I have 2 jobs to do when I get home from school. I feed the chickens, then I help my mom make dinner. After dinner, I do my homework. Sometimes I help my brother and sister to do their homework too. Then I go to bed. Hi Amal, have you got that game called Odd and One Out? No, I don't play that game now. It's for young children. Have you got any other children games? My 6-year-old cousin is here and he wants to play a game with me. Yes, I have role play. Role play. Do you remember that game? Yes, I can. Yes, I do. Can I borrow it this evening? My cousin would love it. Of course. Shall I play it too? It's better with 3 people, and I still enjoy that game. Of course, you can come to my house later. Now let's introduce the reading text, The Railway Children. It is 19,000. Roberta, her younger brother Peter and their little sister Phyllis live with their parents in London. They have a big, attractive home with a large garden. One troubled day, 2 men took their father away from home. The children don't know where he is going or why. The children move from the city with their mother to a small house near a railway line. The family are poor and life is very different for them. The children have lots of adventure near the railway line. A kind old man who travels on the train every day becomes their friend. The old man helps the family in many ways. He helps their father too because their father is in prison for something he didn't do. Finally, their father comes home. The family is so happy to be together again at last. Now let's introduce our grammar of lesson 3 and 4. It's about asking a question with can, shall, have you got. Now let's start with have you got. If we have a singular pronoun, we use has. And if we have a plural pronoun, we use have. For example, have I got a car? We can use a positive answer or negative answer. Both of them are short. For example, have I got a car? Yes, I have. Have I got a car? No, I haven't. Have you got a car? Yes, I have. No, I haven't. Has she got a car? We notice here that we used has instead of have because we have she pronoun. She pronoun is a singular noun, so we used has. Yes, she has, or no, she hasn't. Have we got a car? Yes, we have, or no, we haven't. Have they got a car? Yes, they have, or no, they haven't. We can ask a question by using can. We use can in 2 ways. The first way is asking about ability. Ability means something that one can do. Yes or no question. We use first can followed by subject plus infinitive. For example, can you climb a tree? Yes, I can, or no, I can't. We can use WH question to ask about ability. For example, what can you do, Ahmed? I can lift these heavy bags. We can use can also for asking for something. For example, can I have ice cream, please? No, you can't. Ice cream isn't good for you. Here we notice that there is a boy or another one asking about having something or asking for permission, and here someone answered by no, you can't. We can use shall to ask a question. For example, we can use shall in 2 ways or for two purposes: making suggestions or offering help. Hi, shall we play a game next weekend? To agree, we say, yes, that's a good idea. Let's go to the park tomorrow. To disagree, we use no, I can't, I am sorry. We can use shall also in offering help. For example, shall I help you to cut the watermelon? To accept the offer, we say thank you, but be careful with the knife. To refuse the offer, we use thanks, I can do it myself. Now let's check our understand. Choose the correct answer. Have you a watermelon, Grandma? Have you got? Of course. Number 2, of course you can. We know that can is followed by infinitive, so we choose come. You can come to my house later. Number 3, shall I bring you some water? Now let's read our text of lesson 5 and 6. Dear Rebecca, it's very nice to meet you. My name is Judy. I am from Monofia in Egypt. It's the largest city with a beautiful nature reserves nearby. I live with my parents and my brother in a flat. My grandparents live in flat downstairs. On Saturdays, I usually get up early and help my grandmother with her shopping. Then I read or do my homework. In the afternoons, I visit my friends or play computer games with my brother. My favorite subjects are math and English. Thank you for being my best friend. I am happy to be able to practice my English. I hope to hear you soon. Judy. Now let's introduce our new vocab. Nature reserve, nearby. Nearby means not far away or close. Nearby means not far away or close. Grandparents, downstairs, shopping. Pen friend is a person or someone, such as someone in foreign country. Someone exchanges letters with even though the two have never met. Practice to do something repeatedly in order to master it. Thank you, my students, for your listening. See you soon.